Okay, so we are now in week 3 of this course. So one thing I want to remind you, or I do want to tell you, is that when you go to the home page and you go to the table, notice you'll see quiz and test keys. So this is the key to quiz number 1 that you took this past week using Proctorio. So here's the key. So you click on that, and it should bring you to the PDF and the video of the key. All right, so let me go back. The other thing I want to show you is, remember the study guide for test 1. Let me go here and click on it. This is study guide for test 1. And right now, remember there are 7 problems from the first 2 weeks. And beginning sometime this week, I'll add some more to this because we are now in week 3. But I want you to notice though, so go here to access the key to problems 1 through 7. So when you click on this, it will bring you to the PDF of the key to the problems and the video as well. All right, so let's go back to this page. So again, that's the key to the first 7 problems. Now remember, on your test number 1, you'll have weeks 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. So we'll see. So there'll be about 3 or 4 more problems added this week because we are now in week 3. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the table. All right, so we talked about the key to quiz 1. We talked about the study guide for test 1. Just a reminder that the easy access to new and Alta assignments are here. So remember, you have to pay for access to new and Alta, but most of you are almost done with section 1.1. Once you get your 100%, and once you get to 100%, move on to section 1.3, because we are now in this week we'll be in section 1.5. So you need to continue on with these sections. Move through those. Don't stay stagnant on one section, or for that matter, not do anything in that section. So you need to be working on this to make any progress towards the completion of this course. All right, so here are the proctorial links. So you've already done that last week. Now let's go to, one other thing is, remember, go to grades. So when you go to grades, I just want to show you this. When you go to grades, and always do it by assignment by group. And by what that does is it puts all the new and Alta assignments together. Then it puts all the worksheets and other assignments together. So it tells you your score out of whatever points it was. Then it puts, let's see, those are the worksheets. There are quite a few worksheets. Then you have your attendance, your score out of 1. Remember, the attendance participation is just 1 point each, but it is 5% of your course grade. And then what I want to show you is this. So right here, see where it says online quizzes and tests? Remember, that's not part of your grade. You see a 16 here. That's because when I put something that's in quizzes, I always either assign it to a worksheet or a quiz grade. So this part here where it says online quizzes and tests is not part of your grade. I just use this as a placeholder. So whenever I create a quiz, using quizzes, I have to use it as a placeholder. I can't remove it out of here, even though you're not scored out of 16. Same thing for the upload of your work. Whenever you upload your work, it is not graded, so that's why you see a 0 there. But for quizzes, I have to put some number here, so that's why you see a 16. Just to remind you, anything towards the bottom here is not part of your grade. So just because you see something that says instructor has not posted this grade yet, I've already done that. You've already taken your quiz 1. You've already taken it, and that is here. Let me just show you. It's under homework, right? So that's here. So quiz 1 practice, and so you should see something out of 10. That is your quiz 1. Okay. So don't don't when you get to this bottom part of your grades and you see something there, just remember those are placeholders. It's not part of your course grade. And you can see that here. Let me I think it's somewhere. Let's see. Nope. Okay. I thought it was somewhere else. Oh, here we go. So right here. So remember, your noon altar assignments are 15% of your course grade. Your quizzes, which we haven't done any yet, but we're about to, and in a couple of weeks, you'll have an in-class quiz. That's 10%. Your tests are 35%. The worksheets are 15%. Your final exam is 20. Attendance participation 0. Everything else, see that online quiz and test at 0%. You see where it says upload working quizzes and tests at 0%. Okay, those are just all these here. All these right here are just placeholders. All right. Your grade is composed of what you see here. The 15%, 10%, 35%, 15%, 20%, and the 5% here for attendance participation. Okay, and don't forget, whenever you score less than 10 on a worksheet, or for your test, you're about to take a test, if you score less than 100%, I always upload those here. So make sure somewhere around here you should see a little file kinda. You click on that and it will open up a PDF of the work that I graded. So you always have access to that in grades. All right, so I'm gonna go to home now. And here's the IT help desk. Hopefully you now can, when you're on campus, you now have access to Wi-Fi. Here's the factoring review, just to remind you, it's always been there. And let's see. All right, so let's go. All right, and so week 2, remember these are the keys to the non-graded. Tuesday morning, where you see graded right here, those are 2 worksheets that are due. Tuesday morning, you will then have access to the key and the PDF. And those are on your upcoming test 1. Now let's go to week 3 agenda. So let's go to week 3 agenda. Oops. All right, let me go ahead and turn this on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and publish that. So now I'm gonna go back to student view. All right, so let me go back to the home page. All right, so I'm gonna go to week 3 agenda. And so look at the notes at the top. So note number 1, test 1 will be during week 5. The study guide is constantly updated in Canvas. We just talked about that. The second note, there will be an in-class quiz during week 4. This quiz will contain 2 quadratic equations. So we talked about solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula last week. And you had a worksheet to turn in on that. Make sure you're looking at any comments I made on your worksheets if you did not score a 10. The third note, you should be completing Noon Alta section 1.1 and working on Noon Alta section 1.3. And then this is where I'm going to post the video that I'm doing right now. All right, and then so notice you have section 1.4 is solve equations by quadratic equations in form by factoring. So that's going to be that U substitution that you're going to learn about. This is the non-graded assignment that goes with it. So remember, anything that says non-graded, you do not submit. Don't email me saying there's no submit button at the top. That's because it's not graded. I do not pick up any work that's non-graded. So this is non-graded, this is graded. So here's a worksheet that's graded, and it's due September 11th on the Sunday. And then obviously your attendance is graded. So then Wednesday we meet, and notice number 2, it says right here, there will be an in-class activity to be turned in at the end of the class. Only those students present will be able to work on this activity. Okay, and then Thursday is where you start looking again at rational equations. We talked about rational equations in week 1. We're also going to continue talking about rational equations, but these rational equations turn out to be quadratic. The one from week 1 were linear. These are going to be quadratic. So it is going to help you if you know how to factor very well, and also if you know how to use the quadratic formula very well. All right, and then you have your graded assignment. And then Friday, this is where you start talking about linear and compound inequalities. So there are some assignments that are non-graded and one that's graded. So altogether, in terms of worksheets, there are 3 worksheets that are graded. So there's this one, item number 4, and on Thursday, item number 2, and on Friday, item number 4, the second bullet of item number 4. Okay, so I believe that is all I wanted to talk about. So if you go to Zoom right here, just to show you, if you go to Zoom and then you go to Cloud Recordings, these are the recordings from the last 2 class periods. So I'm not sure. Let's go to, let's see, the one, August 31st was the last one. If you click on it, this is audio. I guess you got to click on this one. So if you click on this one, copy, oh, you need a passcode. So let's go back. So here's that passcode right here. So you're gonna see where it says a little I right here, and then just copy right here, copy, and then go back here, and then put it here, paste, and then watch recording, and then you'll see the recording from last class period. Okay? All right, so I believe now that is, oh, and also, just to remind you, the last day to drop this course is Wednesday, September 7th. So that's the last day. You see this announcement up here? So if you go to announcements, right here, the last day to drop course is Wednesday, September 7th. Okay, so that is it. Have a great Labor Day weekend, rest of it at least, and I'll see you Wednesday.